Welcome back, basketball fans. Today we're diving deep into the BYU Cougars men's basketball program under head coach Kevin Young, a coach whose arrival has sparked a wave of excitement and transformation in Provo. Just over a year ago, Young was an NBA assistant, drawing up game plans for the Phoenix Suns. Now he's not only brought a fresh vision to BYU, but has also set bold expectations, aiming to take the program to heights it has never reached before. When Young was introduced as BYU's 20th men's basketball coach, his ambitious promises, like turning BYU into a pipeline to the NBA and recruiting 4- and 5-star prospects to a school known for its strict honor code, were met with skepticism. Yet Young's background, which includes nearly 2 decades of coaching experience in both the NBA and G League, equipped him to bring NBA-caliber methods, processes, and a high-level staff to Provo. Despite early doubts, especially after some tough losses at the start of the season, Young's leadership quickly began to pay off. He retained and attracted top-tier talent, including international prospects and the country's #1 prep player, Dybantsa. The Cougars responded by delivering one of the best seasons in program history, finishing ranked number 17 in the AP Top 25, tying for 3rd in the Big 12, and making a memorable run to the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament, an achievement few predicted at the season's outset. Young's approach has emphasized balanced scoring and player development, turning athletes like Richie Saunders into standout performers, and ensuring that 9 players averaged at least 6.0 points per game. This depth and versatility have made BYU a nightmare for opposing defenses and a legitimate contender in the Big 12, a conference widely regarded as the toughest in college basketball. Looking ahead, Young is determined to build on this momentum. He's focused on fostering team chemistry among a mix of returning players, talented transfers, and high-profile recruits. With his NBA experience and a clear vision for the program, Young has made it clear that BYU isn't just aiming to compete. They want to do something that's never been done before at BYU, setting their sights on sustained national relevance and deep tournament runs. So whether you're a die-hard Cougar fan or a college basketball enthusiast, there's never been a more exciting time to follow BYU basketball. Let's get started. Kevin Young's first season at the helm of BYU basketball was nothing short of historic. Taking over after Mark Pope's departure, Young inherited a program that had just finished 85th in the net rankings and suffered its first losing conference record in nearly 2 decades. Expectations were modest. BYU was picked to finish 9th in the Big 12 preseason poll, but Young immediately set a new tone, promising an NBA-influenced style of play and a vision to turn BYU into a pipeline for elite talent. Against all odds, Young led the Cougars to a remarkable turnaround. BYU finished the 2024-25 campaign with a 26-10 record, returning to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament for only the 3rd time in program history and the first since 2011. This run included 5 wins over ranked opponents and a tie for 3rd place in the Big 12, an extraordinary achievement in one of college basketball's toughest conferences. Young's 26 wins set a new program record for a first-year head coach, and his up-tempo, unselfish offensive system produced 2,931 points, tied for the 3rd most in a single season for BYU, and the highest since the Jimmer Fredette-led team in 2010-11. Young's leadership was pivotal in transforming a team that was initially picked 9th in the Big 12 into one of the last 16 teams standing nationally. The Cougars' offense flourished, ranking among the best in the country with 17.3 assists per game, 9th nationally, and a deep rotation that saw 9 players average at least 6 points per game. Despite some lopsided losses, including a heavy defeat to Alabama in the Sweet 16, Young expressed immense pride in his team's resilience and growth. He repeatedly emphasized that the future of BYU basketball is incredibly bright, pointing to the strong foundation laid in his first year and the influx of top recruits like Dybantsa, the nation's #1 player, 1 high school prospect. One of the defining moments of the 2024-25 season came on February 5th, when BYU faced number 20 Arizona in a crucial Big 12 matchup. The Cougars were competitive for much of the game, even taking a 61-60 lead midway through the second half after a flurry of baskets, including a contested 3-pointer from Cannon Catchings. However, Arizona responded with a decisive 13-2 run, fueled by Jaden Bradley's scoring and clutch free throws, ultimately pulling away for an 85-74 victory. BYU's offense stalled down the stretch, managing just 2 baskets in the final 7:46 and shooting only 3 for 16 from beyond the arc in the second half. Arizona's superior execution and physicality, especially on the boards, out-rebounding BYU 45-30, exposed some of the Cougars' lingering weaknesses. Despite the loss, which snapped a 4-game winning streak, Young maintained a positive outlook. He acknowledged Arizona's quality and credited his team for fighting hard, reiterating that setbacks like this were valuable learning experiences. Importantly, the defeat did not significantly damage BYU's NCAA tournament prospects, and Young's steady, optimistic approach helped the Cougars regroup and finish the season strong. Reflecting on his first year, Young stated, "We want to establish ourselves as a team that is year after year, making runs like this, and go even farther. We want to be the last team standing in this tournament. It is really hard to do, obviously, but that is our goal. In year 1, I think we got a pretty good foundation of our identity, of how we want to play." In summary, Kevin Young's debut season at BYU was a testament to bold vision, adaptability, and a relentless belief in his players. The Cougars' journey from preseason underdogs to Sweet 16 contenders has reignited hope and excitement in Provo, setting the stage for even greater achievements in the years to come. Looking ahead to the 2025-26 season, Kevin Young is shaping what could be BYU's deepest and most talented roster in program history. A critical factor in this development has been retaining key contributors like Richie Saunders, Kiba Keita, and Dawson Baker. Richie Saunders, who led the team in scoring during the Cougars' impressive 26-win season, announced his return to BYU, a decision that Young publicly praised as both smart and beneficial for Saunders' long-term development. Young emphasized the advantages of staying in college to refine skills and increase draft stock, calling Saunders a smart young man who is poised for a breakout season. Beyond the veterans, Young has expressed optimism about the progress of younger players who showed promise, but were hampered by injuries last season. Kadim Mboop, a 6'9" freshman from Senegal who joined the program mid-season after redshirting, has made significant physical gains, adding 19 pounds of muscle under the guidance of BYU's strength and conditioning staff. Young highlighted Mboop's work ethic and physical transformation as key to his expected impact next season. Similarly, Brody Kozlowski, a 6'8" sophomore known for his shooting prowess from high school, is working closely with the player development staff to round out his game, aiming to become a reliable scoring threat and versatile piece in the rotation. Dawson Baker, who also battled injuries, is another player Young expects to make a meaningful leap with a full offseason of training. Walk-ons Jared McGregor and Max Triplett remain integral parts of the program, contributing valuable minutes in practice and exemplifying the team's culture of hard work and depth. In addition to developing homegrown talent, Young has been highly active in the transfer portal, strategically adding experienced players to bolster the roster's versatility and depth. One of the marquee additions is Dominique Diomande, a 6'7" wing with professional experience in France and regarded as a top 50 NBA draft prospect. Diomande is expected to fill the defensive specialist role vacated by Maout Mag and bring toughness and athleticism to BYU's front court. Other notable transfers include Rob Wright from Baylor, a top 25 recruit nationally and one of the best point guards in the country, who will likely take over primary ball handling duties. Wright's ability to distribute the ball and score efficiently fits perfectly with BYU's offensive philosophy and complements scorers like Saunders and freshman phenom AJ Dybantsa. Southern Illinois guard Kennard Davis Jr., Idaho sharpshooter Tyler Maroose, and UC Riverside's Nate Pickens round out a strong transfer class that adds shooting, defense, and experience. However, the roster has also seen some departures. Cannon Catchings and Elijah Crawford have entered the transfer portal, and guard Igor Demin declared for the NBA draft, creating gaps that Young aims to fill with his recruiting and transfer strategy. The return of key players like Saunders and Demin remains critical to BYU's plans, influencing how Young approaches roster construction and game planning. Experts and insiders note that Young has proven adept at blending veterans and newcomers into a cohesive, high-performing unit, with strong administrative support, including NIL opportunities that help retain and attract talent, and the presence of high-profile recruits like AJ Dybantsa, considered one of the most promising freshmen in the nation. BYU's trajectory is decidedly upward,